All right. Welcome to DCT.
Episode 60. Wow, we're getting up there. I think AARP started covering us like 5 episodes ago. Welcome everybody. A lot has happened in the last week since we've seen you guys. We are going to start, well actually, I want to go on the record and say that before this episode started, Ben and I were writing this out while being serenaded by Doris Burke and whoever else was commentating with her.
Let's just say Keenan had some choice words for Doris Burke and her.
I thought that her glazing Giannis was bad, but her talking about Wembanyama sounds like she's been married to this dude for 40 years.
No, because that's like newfound love. 40-year marriage is not what that sounds like.
You're right. I'm sorry. I don't know what true love looks like, but we're going to start this episode off.
That took a deep turn.
It's okay. It's late. I'm in my feelings.
Do you need a hug?
Thank you. That was very erotic. Don't ask me to stand up. We are going to talk about the thing that's been on everybody's minds over the last few days, the NFL draft. The Commanders, we had 6 picks in the draft.
Crushed it.
We did pretty well, like all things considered. Do you want to explain to the people how we're going to break this down?
Yeah, so we're going to obviously introduce the pick, what round it was, and we're going to give you guys 3 things for each person. It's going to be, the first thing we're going to give you is the player we took at that position in that round last we did. Mm-hmm. That didn't make any sense. But essentially, Sonny Styles is the first one, obviously. The last linebacker we took in the first round was blank. Second question will be their NFL comp. So it'll be someone playing in the NFL or someone that played in the NFL that's not on the Commanders.
Right.
And then the third one would be the Commanders comp for them. So past or present, Commanders on the team that we think this player reminds us of. So I'll go ahead and start us off.
Take it away.
Round 1. Obviously, the Commanders at number 7 drafted Sonny Styles. Absolute unit. You want to hear some stats on him?
Of course.
Some measurements, should I say?
Sure. Measure him up.
Same height as Calvin Johnson, Megatron.
Yup.
He ran the same 40 time as Bijan Robinson. And he's only 8 pounds lighter than Derrick Henry. And he had the same broad jump as Julio Jones at the combine.
He's a freak.
He's an athletic freak. He's a 3-time All Big Ten conference player. He had a 91.6 tackling grade in 2025, and he had a 2% missed tackle rate.
That's pretty good.
That's a lot better than what we got last
As long
year.
as I don't have to see Quan Martin missing 98% of those tackles.
I mean, honestly, we could put Sonny Styles back in safety because that's what he used to play in college.
Send him into the sun. I don't want Quan anymore.
So the first one, as you guys know, the last linebacker that we took in the first round was actually Jamin Davis, who obviously is no longer on the team. Keenan has some fond memories of the player. I myself have not so many fond memories of the player, but I respect him and I wish him well in his NFL career.
Jamin, I'm going to take a moment to say that I'm probably the last person in a Commander's jersey that told you that I loved you, and I meant it, and I hope you're doing well, buddy.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
You're welcome. I'm tearing up. I'm actually just sick, but I'm tearing up.
NFL comp. So I had 2.
Okay.
The first one is Fred Warner.
Mm-hmm.
I think this one has kind of been overplayed just because people think, first person that comes to their head, athletic linebacker who can kind of do a little bit of everything, you think of Fred Warner.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to measure up to the best linebacker in the game today and just come into the league with people thinking that you're immediately going to be that or immediately transition into that. I think it's kind of setting expectations too high, in my opinion. So
And as the Commanders know, setting expectations that, we can't quite reach in the following season is kind of what we've been known for.
Pretty indicative of being a Commander. Also, he was a 5th-round pick, so projecting him out at that point was pretty much impossible.
Yeah.
So I'm going to actually go with Nakobe Dean.
Okay.
I think it's a little bit more accurate in terms of the draft comparison right now because, obviously, Nakobe Dean, 1st-round linebacker, Sonny Styles, 1st-round linebacker, and Nakobe Dean is also incredible against the run, which is what Sonny Styles was known for at Ohio State. So I think that's a little bit more comparable. His Commander comparison, I'm actually going to go as a player from this past year, but with a little bit of caveat. I'm going to go with Bobby Wagner, but I think it's the Bobby Wagner of Seattle.
Okay.
I think it's the 2018 Bobby Wagner where he was a lot younger, or even 2014 Bobby Wagner, a lot younger, a lot quicker.
Yeah.
A lot
quicker.
a lot quicker.
Yeah.
A lot more able to defend against the run. It's his leadership combined with his run-stopping ability combined with his pass coverage. He was doing it all, and I think that Sonny could do that for us and more. So that is my Sonny Styles analysis.
I just realized I can't do the King of the Hill thing because my phone's over there.
Yeah. Well, just use my phone.
Okay. We're back.
Would you like to move on to our second pick of the draft?
For sure. So, we'll skip right over the second round because we don't have any of those.
We didn't have a pick. Thank you, Laramie Tunsil, which I'm okay with.
Which is perfectly fine. Third round, with the, I believe it was 71st pick, we took Antonio Williams out of Clemson. 5'11", 190, very efficient route runner. I have as the last position taken in that spot was Luke McCaffrey a couple of years ago. They're both kind of dipping into the special teams and that wide receiver 3-4 role, which I see Antonio Williams fitting into like pretty easily, like right off the bat. His NFL comp that I have for him is Khalil Shakur from the Buffalo Bills. He's known as one of those finesse receivers that can just get immediately open when you need him to in those first 5 yards. He's an elite route runner, and he's got very consistent hands, which is definitely something the Commanders' wide receiver room needs. Yeah. I have his Commanders comp as a very beloved Washington receiver of mine, Jamison Crowder. Back in the day, Jamison Crowder was a big punt return guy for us, and he was also on our kickoff unit, and he was also our wide receiver 3 through a lot of those years. Yeah. So he's definitely going to be a special teams piece. He's going to be an energy piece, 1,000,000%. And honestly, a lot of people have been giving this pick like a lot of negative reviews. I started on that side, I'm not gonna lie, but honestly, as I'm like starting to think about it a little bit more, I'm liking the pick. I think AP knew what he was doing. I think this draft he kind of like locked it in, secured his job for the next couple of years. I think Antonio Williams is gonna pan out. So that is our third rounder. Would you like to move to our next pick?
Yes, I will go ahead and now we skipped over our fourth rounder as well. I think that was the Laramie trade as well.
I think it was a second and a fourth, yeah.
Yeah. So we move on to round 5. It's going to be our 5th round pick, Joshua Josephs, edge rusher out of Tennessee. 6'3", 245 pounds. His arm length is actually 34 inches and an eighth. 34 and an eighth inches. There's differing opinions on this pick. I will say a lot of people say it was a good value pick in terms of some people thought he was going to go like mid to early second round and he dropped all the way to the 5th.
Yeah.
So I think good value pick. Last year he had 3 forced fumbles, a 90.6 pass rushing grade, and he had 81 career pressures while at Tennessee. So pretty solid. He's known for his run-stopping ability, although the one criticism that he has is that a lot of people think he needs to put on some weight. Obviously, 243 is not ideal edge rushing weight, considering you're going up against right tackles and left tackles that are 300 pounds.
Yeah. Little light.
Little light, yeah. But the last edge rusher that the Commanders took in the 5th round was actually KJ Henry, who is now on the Steelers. So,
Super Bowl champion.
Super Bowl champion KJ Henry with the Philadelphia Eagles, which tells you everything. Which tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
But the NFL comp that I've got for him is actually Andrew Van Ginkel.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, I think they have essentially the same combine and pro day measurements. Van Ginkel was also known for being a little bit lighter. However, he's really found his role in the NFL as an edge rusher and also an outside linebacker, sort of. So I think he just needs to develop in a certain way, and I think that Durante Jones can really help him do that. So hopefully it pans out like that. Commander's comp is actually going to be a player that is currently on the team, and I'm going to go with a younger Clavon Chasen.
You're telling me we have 2 of those?
We have 2 of them. Obviously, he hasn't played a game for the Commanders yet, but he will be playing one this year, so I thought he did fit in the criteria, obviously.
Sure.
He's also known for being a very quick off the edge. He's got long arms, but he did get off to a relatively slow start in his career, so I'm hoping that Joshua gets off to a little bit quicker of one, but eventually sort of transforms into the player that Clavon is today. So, because Clavon was a first-round pick.
Yeah.
So,
and he did just play in a Super Bowl. So
that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I kind of like it.
Pretty fantastic. All right.
I think you have the next one, right?
I believe I have the next one. I believe it goes me, then you, twice.
Yeah.
The next one we're going to go with is round 6. It was funny, while Keenan and I were deciding who exactly was going to be doing what pick, he goes, I got to do the Penn State guy if we're doing alternating picks. And I was like, I love Penn State. Let me do the Penn State one, please.
Well, you also almost threw up in your mouth when you had to talk about the Michigan State guy. So.
Yeah, I don't like Michigan. Any part of Michigan, really. But in round 6, at the 187th pick, the Commanders did take Katron Allen. Phenomenal pick, by the way. He's 5'11", 215 pounds. Really just that sort of power back to replace Chris Rodriguez out of the backfield. I think he's going to beat out Jerome Ford for that final running back spot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's actually Penn State's all-time leading rusher. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He has put together back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons in the past 2 years. And last year he had 1,303 rushing yards and 15 rushing touchdowns. So, obviously, Penn State's known for their ground game with the history of running backs. They've had Saquon, Miles Sanders, Katron Allen, Nick Singleton.
Yeah.
But I will say, the last running back that we took in round 6 was Chris Rodriguez. And obviously, he did have a pretty solid career so far. He's been that RB2, RB3 his entire time with the Commanders. And it worked out well considering he did get another contract.
Yeah. I mean,
Granted, it wasn't with us.
He had his best season last year.
Yeah, he did. So I wish Chris the best in Jacksonville.
We'll get to see him later this season. We play Jacksonville in Jacksonville, so we'll get to play against him.
Fun.
He's going to torch us. I'm not excited.
Not with our defense.
Oh, you're right. Our defense is superior.
We've got 8 run stoppers now.
Yeah.
His NFL comp as a whole is actually Tyler Algier.
Okay.
He's known.
The new Cardinal.
Yeah. All 8 of them in that running back room. He's known for being a real power back, taking a lot of the bulk of the load and carries. And he's also sort of known for being a backup like Tyler Algier is. Okay. Unfortunately, Tyler did back up Bijan in Atlanta. Now it seems like he's going to be backing up Jeremiah Love in Arizona.
And James Conner.
And James Conner. And
Amari DiMarcado.
And Trey Benson.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Katron Allen was sort of a backup to Nick Singleton at Penn State. They sort of split carries, but Singleton was known as like the back with more potential.
Okay.
The Commanders comp, I actually went with Alfred Morris.
Nice.
Yeah, I was trying to find a good one. Obviously, I didn't want to pick all like current Commanders.
Sure.
My first thought was actually Brian Robinson. But I think Alfred Morris was a great pick because obviously both of them were 6th rounders.
Yeah.
And both of them weren't really finesse backs. They more relied on, running through the tackles, being patient, and waiting for those holes to open up on the line.
Right.
And if he can get anywhere close to Alfred Morris's rookie season in 2012,
phenomenal.
Cinema.
Absolute cinema.
Absolute cinema. All right. You've got the floor.
All right. So in our 6th round at pick 200 and something or other, we got Matthew Gulpin, the center out of Michigan State. We have 6'4", 312 pounds, big boy in the center. Now, as I was doing my research on Matt Gulpin, I realized that he is a center guard. And I almost threw my phone out the window because with the amount of reliability that we had on our center guards being Tyler Biadasz and Nick Allegretti, both being center guards, we needed that true front runner center. And I thought we were going to get that with Matt Gulpin. It looks like in the back half of his college career, he did end up solidifying himself as a center for Michigan State in that 2025 season. The last center that we took in the 6th round was a man by the name of Chase Roulier.
Who?
Exactly. This was a 6th round pick in 2017. This was, I believe it was the Dwayne Haskins year. I think that.
No, I think that was the Alex Smith years.
Ooh. Anyways,
the Alex Smith pre-leg break year.
Yes. Okay. So he is obviously a 3-way center. He plays guard, tackle, and center. He has played all 3 positions. He is maneuverable between all 3 positions, which is what scares me because the Commanders like to move players around a lot. And if they don't like him, we also have Nick Allegretti on the team, who's also going to be probably going to be going out for center this year too. It's going to kind of be a battle between the two of them as to who wins the starting spot. As an NFL comp, I have Jake Andrews, the center from the Texans. If anybody knows anything about the Texans over the last couple of years, they've started to have one wide receiver in Nico Collins and then hammer everything through the A to C gaps. And that has been exactly right down the center's lane, which is where Jake Andrews is his moneymaker. So I believe that he's a versatile lineman. He's going to play all 3 positions probably throughout the entire season. I think it's a good pick. I think it's obviously Michigan State did kind of all right this year, and I believe that he's going to translate to the NFL very well. For his Commanders comp, I have Sam Cosmi. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, what? Sam Cosmi? Sam Cosmi was great. I don't care if you like him or hate him. I love Sam Cosmi. And if he can even be a sliver of what Sam Cosmi was, I'll take it, bro.
Sam Cosmi is.
Out of a 6th round pick, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Now, here's where I draw the line. Because after this point, line in the sand, after this point, we're going Greek, apparently. Because with the 7th round pick number 280, whatever, we have, hold on, let me get the pronunciation out. Ethan, Kaliakmanis. Kaliakmanis. Quarterback out of Rutgers. Now, everybody was taken aback by this pick. Mostly because, why are you taking a QB in the 7th round? Right? Like, you have 3 QBs in the room. What are you doing?
Yeah,
but then,
you said Brock Purdy?
Yeah. But then you start to think about it, you look at who's in that QB room, right? You saw how lenient and how, reliant we were on Marcus Mariota last year. And God forbid, if it ever happens again that Jaden goes down, Marcus Mariota is not going to be our backup quarterback forever. He's getting up there, and we don't have that much depth in our quarterback room. We have Josh Johnson and Sam Hartman, who both are very underwhelming. Sorry, not sorry. So, Ethan, 6'2", 212. I have...
Sounding like me.
Yeah, maybe if you're dreaming. The last time we took a 7th-round quarterback was a man by the name of Gibran Hamden, which, if you don't know who that is,
love me some.
You're probably a normal person, because I had no idea who this guy was either. He was a quarterback that was drafted in 2003, played in the league for about 6 years, and then he had his final stint with Seattle before he kind of just went over to the NFL Euro League and won MVP over there in 2007. So
there's an NFL Euro League?
You bet your bippy there's an NFL Euro League.
I thought he went to Canada.
It's the Euro League. I guess they play in both, because there's like Canadian teams and then there's European teams, I guess, that play each other.
Oh.
It's kind of crazy. It's like a I think it's like a 15-team league across Canada and I guess Europe. So
I guess the Europe,
yeah. But besides that, NFL comp, I have Max Brosmer. More of not because of what he has shown in this past year, but how he got to that position, where it's been grinding through the practice ranks, getting back between that QB3, QB2, and then waiting for his moment. And Ethan has been playing decent football at Rutgers. He's been a little bit up and down in his career. He's just itching to get his shot as a backup. And I mean, if you look at his story behind it, he's got a big sob story about how he got to his position at Rutgers and how him and his coach went one-on-one for 2 years, and eventually he was able to get into this draft window where he was on the board to get drafted at some point, and he was just over the moon when the Commanders took him in the 7th round, which, I mean, if I got taken in the 7th round, I might have gotten a heart attack. So
when you get taken in the 7th round?
You're right. For the Commanders comp, I have a little throwback here. I have Kyle Allen as our Commanders comp.
Okay.
And if he ends up like Kyle Allen, I will love him forever, because I love Kyle Allen. So big things have come from this draft. I have seen AP do wonders with the people that he's drafted, and I cannot wait to see these guys take the field.
Yeah. All right. That was good.
Thanks.
I like that.
It took a lot out of me. I'm still getting over this, being sick thing. So, long-winded breaths are kind of just kicking my ass.
There's been a lot of voice cracks so far.
Yeah.
It's
not because of puberty.
Even more than normal.
Yeah.
I was pretty surprised, honestly.
Okay.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Let's move on, shall we?
Another Washington sports area, but one that we haven't covered in a while, and I thought that it would be a good idea for us to talk a little bit about it. Obviously, Keenan and I, both massive proponents of women's sports.
Oh, absolutely.
We want them to be in every league.
Yeah.
We want everybody to succeed, whatever gender they are.
Sure.
Or whichever one they are.
Yeah.
But one league that has really been on the come up lately is the WNBA. Hopefully, also one day the PWHL gets the recognition that it deserves once it gets past 8 teams or whatever it is.
Yeah, which they are in contact with some people in DC to maybe get a team out here in the great nation's capital.
I hope so. But going back to the WNBA, we did have the draft. I believe it was last week. And the Mystics absolutely crushed it.
They killed it.
Last year after taking Sonia Citron and Kiki Iriafin, and Georgia Amore, who everybody forgot because she tore her ACL last year, she's going to be essentially a new player on this team. And she is nasty, by the way. She's got, her handle's insane. Her shooting ability also insane. So I think people kind of forget about having her.
Yeah.
But they added 6 new players this year. They had 3 first-round picks, by the way, which is insane.
It's ridiculous.
But I loved it. At number 4, they took Lauren Betts, the 6'7" center out of UCLA. I'm so proud of him. I said 6'7". You think I'm going insane? Anyways.
Oh, just wait.
Angela Douglich out of UCLA as well.
Mm-hmm.
The 6'4" power forward. It kind of just seems like we're building UCLA, which is fine with me because they just won the national championship.
That's fine. Take all the winners.
I was kind of blown. I kind of wanted Gabriela Jaquez as that sort of guard center duo again, but she went 5, which is crazy because she was supposed to go like 9 or 10. But Chicago took it.
It's the NBA brother,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like, she just won a natty.
Yeah.
So, but so did freaking Angela.
So did everybody we're about to talk about.
At number 11, they took Cody McMahon, the 6-foot small forward out of Ole Miss.
Wait, say that again. 6-foot small forward.
6-foot small forward.
Okay.
As much as I love them and I want them to advance their league as much as possible, they do have a smaller height requirement at certain positions, such as a 6-foot small forward.
Yes.
So, at number 19, they took Cassandre Proper, the 6'3" shooting guard out of Notre Dame. 6'3" shooting guard.
Shooting guard.
You would think those would be switched. No.
Bigger than the small forward.
Yeah.
Whatever.
At 30, Dariana Little Page Bugs. I struggled writing that one down.
It
but
looks like it.
I don't even think I wrote it down correctly. The 6'1" power forward.
6'1" power forward.
6'1" power
6
forward.
foot small forward. 6'3" shooting guard.
I think they're just listing.
You
random
guys do the
positions.
math.
Yeah, and then an absolute Energizer bunny at the end. We've got Rory Harmon, the Texas point guard, who is 5'6".
Yeah, I mean that's a guard.
That is a guard.
That's a guard. That one fits perfectly.
That's the definition of
you
a
have
guard.
the 6'7" center, and then you have the 5'6" guard. I'll take it.
Oh man, I remember in high school when I would go to basketball practice and I would see my friend Daniel, who was 6'8", standing next to one of the other guards on the team who was 6, not even 6. He was like 5'9", maybe 5'8". I just remember looking at the both of them standing next to each other and just being like, "That, my friend, is what we call a 1 foot height difference."
That is a whole ruler.
That is one ruler right there, and somehow it looks like 8. But I will say, I think it's hard to analyze this draft just because if we're drafting off of potential, the Mystics deserve an A+.
Yeah.
They did great. They drafted at each position. They drafted where they were supposed to. But the one thing that it seems like the Mystics really needed after last year was shooting. They had a bunch of forwards on the team who could not shoot the ball. Obviously, Kiki's not shooting it because she's a power forward who averages 13 and 9.
Yeah.
Sonia can shoot, but again, that's one of our guards.
That's one, yeah.
And it seems like a lot of the players that we took are inconsistent when it comes to three-point shooting. Not a single one of the players that we took shot over 33% from 3 last year. Which, again, I know the stats are a little bit different than the NBA. Obviously, I think the WNBA's three-point shot percentage is a little bit slightly lower than the NBA's. I believe in the NBA it's 34%. And I think in the WNBA, I want to say it's closer to that 30% mark. But the fact that they've really needed to get better at shooting, and it doesn't seem like they put an emphasis on that. I mean, you had Gianna Neepkins, who was available for 3 of their picks and shot 43% from 3 last year, and they didn't even look at her.
Didn't even side-eye her.
No. So I think it would have been good for them, but at the end of the day, I still think they did a good job.
Yeah, and I mean, the WNBA season is only a couple weeks away, so we have another sport to talk about.
We're excited,
Woo!
Thank God. We're dying over here, as you can see. I've put more time into learning things about the draft and 7th round prospects from undrafted countries than really my own job. But anyways, we're gonna go into our non-sport topic now.
Yeah, or just take the foot off the gas a little bit from some sports.
Obviously, you guys love listening to us talk because who doesn't?
Why wouldn't you? You wouldn't be watching us if you didn't.
Exactly. All 8 of our viewers.
We
But
love you.
we're going to do our non-sport segment that is kind of still halfway sport related.
For mine, at least.
Yes, we're going to do a King of the Hill segment where we'll both...
Like the TV show?
You proud of that?
A little bit.
I was telling him I was so pissed off. I was trying to figure out categories for my King of the Hill segment, and every time I put King of the Hill into fucking Google, it was like giving me TV show recommendations and telling me which episode of King of the Hill was the best one. I was about to throw my phone across the room. Anyway, would you like to go first for King of the Hill? So Keenan's going to be using a visual aid.
I'm going to be using a visual aid for Ben. So my King of the Hill segment is going to be NBA player shoes. So, the big NBA stars that have their signature shoes in the NBA. We're going to go down the list, starting with the Converse Shays, which are, I think, the newest addition to the NBA signature shoe collection.
Converse Shea.
Yes.
They're
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander shoes.
I already hate them.
Oh, you will in a second.
Oh, God.
So, let's see.
I didn't even know Converse did basketball shoes.
Yeah.
I know they used to, like back in the day, like back in the 80s and I don't think 90s, but 70s and 80s they were doing them. But
why does it say it's unavailable?
That was interesting. That was an interesting time with freaking Bill Russell being sponsored by Converse. Those guys' feet must have been absolutely put through the ringer.
Oh, dude, his feet were so cooked. I mean, and like NBA feet in general, honestly. I don't want to keep talking about feet, but like a lot of those guys are just cooked with their feet. Like, it's so bad.
It's funny because everyone nowadays is like, oh, NFL and NBA athletes are so much bigger and faster and stronger. And I'm like, yeah, well, the guys in the 60s and 70s were playing on fucking wood planks. Yeah. So
they're playing with like no soles in their shoes.
No shit.
Okay. Dude, it's not coming up. I can't access the website anymore.
Wow, this is going exceedingly well.
This is going swimmingly.
Let's just move on to the next one.
You know what? King of the Hill.
Why don't I just look them up myself? You can say them and I'll check them.
Individually? Okay. So the first shoe you have is the Converse Shea.
Okay.
It should just be the base color.
Oh, those are ugly. What the hell?
Okay.
It's got a zipper in the middle of it? Are you kidding me? Oh, this guy's got aura, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so you either have that shoe or the Adidas DON, the Don, which is Donovan Mitchell's signature shoe.
Oh, I feel like they look pretty similar.
They are pretty similar.
So
out of those two...
Well, one actually has fucking shoelaces, so...
Okay, not a zipper.
I think I'd go with the Dons, honestly.
All right, so now you got the Dons.
Yeah.
Or you have the Anta, A-N-T-A, Kyries.
I loved the old Kyries.
These are not the old Kyries.
No,
These are the new Kyries.
Oh, I kind of like those.
I believe those are the ones with, like, fur on them.
Ugh. I just saw the one with the fur on them. Never mind. Good God. I'm sticking with the Dons.
The Dons. All right. Next, you have the classic Nike KDs.
Oh, I love a good... I'm going to Nike KDs.
Speaking of Nike KDs, they've already announced that KD is not playing tomorrow night against the Lakers.
Ooh.
So the Lakers might take this in 5, guys. Shout out 5 guys. All right, so you took the KDs.
By the way, these might be the best basketball shoes.
I had a pair growing up. Yeah.
The KD 4s. Those were it.
Those, I mean, hey, PG County represent, bro. All right, so you got the Nike KDs, and you have the Adidas Hardens. James Harden's signature shoe.
I think I remember seeing these. Oh, never mind. Nope, those are just the fucking shades.
No, you definitely didn't remember seeing these.
God. Why are these so bad?
It's because they're signature
I'm
shoes.
sticking with the KDs.
The KDs? All right.
The KDs are...
The next shoe you have
Like, what the fuck is this? This is just a piece of fucking Hubba Bubba that I picked up off the fucking sidewalk. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, it is King of the Hill, so, there are going to be some bad ones. The next one you have is the Puma Scoot Zeros.
Scoot has a shoe?
Scoot Henderson's signature shoe. I believe this was, like, his first year in the NBA, they gave him a shoe from Puma.
Are they, like, trying to be, like, futuristic with all these new shoes?
I think so.
'Cause I feel like it's just a...
It's just how many colors can you throw on a shoe?
Contrast.
How many colors and how many things?
This one's not bad, the pink one, the peach pink, but
Meh.
I'm sticking with the KDs.
All right. The next one you have is the Rigorer, Rigorer ARs. These are Austin Reeves' signature shoes.
Which ones? The AR ones?
I guess so.
Go fuck yourself.
Why don't you try the AR-15s?
You know what? I actually kind of like those.
Let me see. Yeah, they're not bad.
They look similar to... They honestly kind of look like the old Kobe's.
They look like a world map.
But, well, I'm not going with the fucking, scope on them.
Yeah.
But I'm sticking with the KDs.
Just sticking with the KDs? All right. You have 3 more shoes. Now you have the Curry Foxes.
KDs.
All right. The next one, you have the
I have a personal biases. Oh, my God.
Bias.
I have a personal bias against Steph Curry's shoes because he has very narrow feet.
These aren't Steph Curry's shoes.
Oh.
These are De'Aaron Fox's shoes. These
Wait,
are
what
the
did I-
Curry Foxes.
Oh.
Yes.
I
The Curry Foxes.
I've
You didn't
led-
even let me say
I've-
whose shoe they
I've
were
led
before
my-
you're just, shut up.
Okay, well, it starts with Curry.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you going to have your own shoe that starts with somebody else's name?
I don't know, man. That's just the shoe company for you.
I'm sticking with the KDs.
You're sticking with the KDs? All right. 2 more shoes. Next, you have the 361 Jokers.
I don't know if I've ever actually seen Joker
This is
shoe.
Nikola Jokic's signature shoe.
361
Joker.
361 Joker. 361.
I believe Aaron Gordon also has a shoe with 361 as well.
Ooh. Kind of like those.
Yeah? They're kind of nice.
Kind of nice. I'm going to stick with the
You
KDs.
stick with the KDs? All right. Last shoe.
I wonder what it's going to be.
Nike KDs versus Nike LeBrons.
Which ones, though? You have to be specific.
This is just the shoes in general. LeBron's
Like,
shoes
are
have been
we-
around for a
are
little
we-
bit longer than KD's has.
Ever so slightly.
Ever so slightly. I think it was, I want to say 11s I had back in the day. They were like one of my first set of basketball shoes that I had. They were black with green, red, and blue on them. And honestly, those are some of my favorite shoes I've had.
I used to have a pair of LeBrons in freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can find them because those were really comfortable shoes. I will say they were comfy. They were not great for playing basketball in, but
Some were for comfort, some were for...
mine looked similar to this.
Those don't look comfortable at all.
They weren't. Well, they were comfortable, like in terms of the sole, because
Yeah.
they were so thick.
They look like you're about to break your ankle in those.
I did multiple times. There's a reason why I didn't make freshman basketball.
So the KDs have survived the gauntlet.
The KDs got through the gauntlet. They're getting through.
The KDs were great shoes. I love them.
If you had included Kobe's on that list, it would have been game over.
Yeah, so there's a reason why I didn't.
Yeah. So, okay, that was good.
Next King of the Hill.
That was good. Mine. They're. Wow, I just had a brain fart.
Yeah, you did.
The category for my King of the Hill is going to be cereals.
Cereals. All
I
right.
know Keenan's a bit of a fat ass over here, so I decided to give him a category that he would love.
I haven't actually had cereal in like 10 years.
I was going to say, it's been a while.
Bad.
I got a box of cereal the other day,
Yeah.
and obviously I didn't eat the whole thing, but
Well, we don't know that.
I might have had 2 bowls of it, but it holds up.
Yeah, let's do it.
But first cereal I got for you is going to be Reese's Puff,
Okay.
and the second one is Frosted Flakes.
Oh, Flakes.
Flakes?
I'm taking Frosted Flakes.
Taking the Flakes?
Yep.
Okay, Frosted Flakes or Lucky Charm?
I gotta go Frosted Flakes.
Frosted
I'm
Flakes.
not a super high sugary cereal kind of guy.
You're going to fucking hate the rest of this.
I like chocolate cereals and Frosted Flakes. Those are
Okay.
like my bread and butter right
All
there.
right, gotcha. Okay, Frosted Flakes or Trix?
I gotta go Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes or Apple Jacks?
It's gotta be Frosted Flakes.
Okay.
This is kind of lame, but it's gotta be Frosted
No,
Flakes.
I respect it. Frosted Flakes or Captain Crunch?
Now, see, here's the problem I have with Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch is one of the most time-intensive cereals you could ever have. You put the milk in too early, you're ripping the roof of your mouth to shreds. You put it in too late, and there is a film that goes across your teeth that you cannot scrape off with 30 tries. Send that into the moon. I'm taking Flakes.
Flakes. Okay. Frosted Flakes or Honey Nut Cheerios?
I fuck with some Honey Nut Cheerios. I'm taking Honey Nut Cheerios.
You're taking Honey Nut Cheerios?
I am over Flakes, yeah.
Okay. Honey Nut Cheerios or Special K yogurt?
Yogurt?
Yeah, have you ever like
the yogurt?
the Special K with the cereal that has a little yogurt bit?
Oh, yeah. Give me Honey Nut, bro.
I had to sneak a healthy option in there. Fucking cereal. I
Had
couldn't really do it. Honey Nut Cheerios or Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
The one thing that always gets me with Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the commercials, man.
Yeah.
How did they think that cannibalism wasn't a good idea in the early 2000s?
And the funny thing is, it worked.
It worked, because I'm going to pick them.
I was buying Cinnamon Toast Crunch all the time.
I'm taking Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay. Well, this next one is pretty evident what the answer is going to be. But Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Captain Crunch Berries?
I'm taking Cinnamon Toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Raisin Bran?
I can't even believe you put Raisin Bran on the list. What am I, 80? Yeah, I'm taking...
The way your shoulders were popping earlier,
Dude,
yes, you might
They're
just
popping
be
right now, bro. Might be a dork in here in a second.
Okay. Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Corn Pops?
You know, I used to... Is this like Pops, like Pop cereal?
Yes.
Okay, I used to like eat Pops a lot back in the day in like elementary and middle school.
Yeah.
I will say that it was because I had no palate whatsoever, so I'm gonna stick with.
And that's only gotten worse with old age.
I'm gonna stick with the former.
And the last one I've got for you: Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Golden Grams?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is gonna take like 90%
I
of those
think
off the list.
as soon as I introduced Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I knew it was going to sweep the board.
It was just
but
it. Yeah. Shout out. What was it called? I think it was called Cocoa Crisps. The little cookies.
Yeah.
Shout out those. Those were
I was
tough.
actually going to put those on here, but I was like, I don't know.
Those were tough.
I wasn't
I
sure
liked
if
those.
you. I wasn't sure.
I
if
was
you
a big
frequented
chocolate guy, so those were definitely the cereals that I was dipping into. But
Okay.
cinnamon, chocolate, love it.
So winner of the King of the Hill seems to be Kevin Durant's shoes and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Just put it in the shoe and eat it.
If it was LeBron, I'm sure you would love to do that.
Oh, I wouldn't
but
even need a shoe. Just take it straight from the mouth.
What is that?
Okay. You want to introduce our last topic? I mean, if
Okay.
he wins tomorrow night, I'll take it straight from his mouth. I don't care. I love you, LeBron. I love you. Greatest player of all time.
Every day you stray further and further from Jesus.
It's okay.
Anyway,
I haven't talked to him in a while.
that's evident.
All right.
So, last topic we're going to do today. Obviously, we just had the NFL draft. We spent earlier talking about our Commanders picks. However, we did want to open it up to a more of a first round entirety. So, we are going to be giving each pick of the first round a grade. And the way that we're grading this is that we're going to grade it in terms of baseball hits and how influential they're going to be. So, like, if it's a bad pitch or a bad pick, strikeout.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a fantastic pick, home run, out of the park, grand slam.
Single, double, triples.
Single, double,
sprinkled
triple.
throughout there.
Sprinkled throughout those. Most of them, in all honesty, are going to be single, doubles, and triples.
Yes.
You've got to be really bad or fantastic to be a home run or a strikeout.
And this is going to be a speed round.
Speed round. We obviously cannot spend a minute on each pick because that would be 32
That
minutes.
would be a whole nother episode.
That would be a... Yeah. Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go ahead and do this.
Okay, let's go.
By the way, we haven't talked about this, so it might be a little argumentative, but we'll see.
We'll see.
All right, first pick. We had the Las Vegas Raiders taking Fernando Mendoza.
That's like out of the park, into the river, over Giants Stadium. That's like the best thing that they could have done for the organization.
I'm not going to lie, I was really scared when that first pick came up, and they were like, the Las Vegas Raiders select, and I was like,
what if it's not?
What if they go David Bailey?
What if they take Diego Pavia, who is now a Raven on a 3-year deal?
I don't want to talk about that.
That's crazy. Anyways.
I hate that guy. New York Jets taking David Bailey.
I like that. I'll take a double.
I'll take a double. I think the better pick would have been Arvell Reese, but it's still an influential.
Was very confusing when that pick came up.
Yeah, it's still an influential edge rusher and the best one in the class as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
Double.
Double.
The Arizona Cardinals taking Jeremiah Love.
That's striking out looking on 3 pitches. Like
I'm gonna go single.
A single
Because I think they got to the pick and they wanted to trade it away, but because they couldn't, they took best player available.
Which was Love.
Unfortunately, it was the one position on their team that they're very deep at already.
Yeah.
So I understand taking best player available. I don't think it should have been an offensive skill player that relies on other position to do well.
And they definitely could have needed the defensive help.
Yes. And Arvell Reese would have been great.
He was sitting right there.
Sonny Styles would have been great.
Both of them sitting right there.
Phenomenal.
Thank you for passing on sunny Arizona.
God bless.
God bless.
Number 4, the Tennessee Titans taking Carnell Tate.
I mean, I'd say it's a triple. Like, they needed an offensive weapon. They're trying not to waste Cam Ward's good years.
Yes, I agree. Triple.
He's easily going to be the best wide receiver on their team.
I don't think, call me crazy, I don't think there's much they could have done to get a home run pick.
Yeah.
I think we would have said triple in every pick they would have
I
done.
mean, the only home run I would have considered probably would be Jeremiah Love.
Yes.
Because, I mean, he would be the instant RB1 over Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears,
Yes.
like
But
a million times.
Once Love was off the board, they picked who they could.
Yeah, that's
So,
best player available for them.
yeah. Number 5, the Giants taking Arvell Reese.
Crazy he slipped this far, but great value at 5. I would say a double.
Yes, I'm going to go double as well. I think it would be a triple. However, my only question is how exactly they're going to use him. Because
Yeah.
he came out of the draft being an edge, but they are very deep at that position already.
deep.
And they don't seem like they want to trade Kayvon Thibodeau. So where exactly are you going to put him? And
Yeah.
if you're going to use him as off-ball linebacker, you should have taken Sonny Styles because he's the better player.
Yeah.
Anyways, number 6, the Chiefs take Mansour Delane.
I mean, honestly, them giving away a lot of their secondary, I say this is a triple. Like, best corner in the draft. I would say they definitely needed that after giving away Trent and a lot of their secondary. I'd say this is like filling a need. They definitely need a defense. I'd take it. I'd say triple.
I am tempted to say double. I'll go triple. The only thing is that I think they would have been able to stay at 9 and still take Delane.
Delane, yeah.
I
It
think
was
he would've
kind of
been-
weird to trade up for Delane for them, but unless they thought that
New Orleans was going to take
New
them.
Orleans or the Browns was going to take them, like,
Maybe. But the Browns were going to take Spencer Fano the whole time, and they got a third round pick out of it.
yeah,
So
so good for them.
number 7, Sonny Styles. to the
Grand
Commanders.
slam, take it to the yard.
Take it to the bank.
Take it to the bank. I would say home run. I mean, this is exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
AP knew he was going to get Sonny the entire time. So,
In my eyes, another pick that I don't think could have been a better home run.
yeah. And, like, his floor is so high that, like, it's hard for it to be a disappointment.
Yeah. And I remember texting our friend German, actually, and being like, Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Love.
What do you want?
if it's not one of those 4 players, I'm going to lose my shit. But it was.
Yeah.
And one of the best, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland taking Spencer Fano.
Triple. They knew they were going to take Fano, like you said.
Triple, and they got extra draft capital out of it.
It's great.
Giants taking Francis Maui-Noah.
I mean, they need line help, so.
I kind of want to give them a double.
Double.
Just because they could have gotten Caleb down.
Yeah.
They passed on him. I understand you need offensive line help. It's a lot easier to get offensive line help.
We've talked to a lot of Giants fans recently, and I've asked the question, like, what are your thoughts on passing on downs? And it's like, one person is like, it's like fine. It was less fine that it went to the Cowboys, but it was fine that they drafted a tackle because they needed a tackle. But like, and then you have the other half that are like, but he was right there.
He was right there.
And then you let him get to the Cowboys, like, yeah, I'd say a double.
Yeah. Dallas taking Caleb Downs.
I would say they needed it. Double.
Triple.
I mean, Caleb's great. Just let's pray his knees stay glued together.
Yeah. The Dolphin taking Proctor.
It's good.
Caden Proctor.
Yeah, that's good. I'd say a double.
Single.
I
think they took a project lineman at a spot where they could have gotten Caleb Downs.
Yeah.
Very dumb in my opinion. The Los Angeles Rams taking Ty Simpson.
It was a curious pick off rip.
Strikeout.
You don't think he's going to take the reins for staff?
I think it's stupid because you have a quarterback that's coming off an MVP year in the twilight of his career, and you take a player that's going to replace him in 2 to 3 years with no immediate impact on the team.
Just get a A-Rod effect.
You could have gotten Ruben Bain. You could have gotten, a lineman.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody.
Yeah. I mean, and the one position that they needed filled was corner and safety. Like, those were, like, the 2 positions they were struggling at last year. Or even, like, another wide receiver. But, like, at that point, like, Mekhi Lemon was right on the board. They could have definitely used
Mekhi would have been great.
Yeah. But, I mean, I don't think it's bad. I think he's going to have the A-Rod effect. He's going to sit for 2 to 3 years. And then as soon as Staff retires, he's a plug-and-play quarterback.
I don't know, man. The Baltimore Ravens taking Oliva Vega Ioane.
Yeah.
I think it's a triple.
Sure. I'd say triple.
They did exactly what they needed to.
Mm-hmm. They did the job.
Not to brag or anything, but this was who I mocked to them.
Did you also mock Diego Pavia after the draft was over?
One of my only 5 correct picks from that mock draft. But Tampa Bay getting Ruben Bain.
Honestly, Ruben Bain is going to be a problem.
Home run.
He's going to be a problem.
I think that's a home run for them.
Seeing that draft walkout, he's going to be a problem.
Stand on business. Also, his new nickname is Tampa Bain.
Could not have gone to a better place.
The New York Jets getting Kenyon Sadiq.
Yeah, that was a good pick. I think the Jets kind of like. It was weird. They had a weird draft this year.
They did.
Like passing on Orvell and then getting Sadiq as a tight end when you have Tyler Conklin.
I think it's funny because normally
Mason Taylor.
Normally I would give them like a single for this pick, but considering that they got the 2 players they wanted, just swapped.
Double.
Yeah. Detroit getting Blake Miller. Single. They need a lineman, but that's not the one they should have taken.
Yeah.
Minnesota taking Caleb Banks. Strikeout. I get that you need a D tackle. I get it. You also need a safety, and Dylan Thieneman was on the board, and there were just multiple other guys you could have taken over Caleb Banks, who literally had foot surgery in the offseason.
Yeah.
Terrible decision in my opinion.
Yeah.
Carolina taking Monroe Freeling.
That's great. Freeling is so
I didn't think he
good.
was going to be on the board, so I think it's a home run for them.
Yeah, home run for Carolina.
So
they're going to be a problem next year.
He's going to be protecting freaking
as long as they're not in Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay, baby. The Eagles drafting Mekhi Lemon.
The Eagles trading up and getting Mekhi Lemon.
The Eagles screwing the Pittsburgh Steelers and taking Mekhi Lemon.
When the draft was in Pittsburgh. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I was with a Philly fan when this happened, and he immediately left the restaurant and went out to his car and started playing Juice World. So if that tells you anything about that, A.J. Brown's departure, Mekhi Lemon being a weird locker room guy, I'd say it's a double. I mean, they needed it, but, like, is he going to survive in Philly? It seems like he was born and bred for it.
I like double. Honestly, it's a division opponent. I wish I could give it a strikeout. But number 21, the Steelers take Maxi Onachor, the lineman out of Arizona State.
Yeah.
I mocked a lineman to them. It wasn't this one, but it was Proctor, actually.
I mean, everybody knows the story with this. I mean, Pittsburgh was on the phone with Mekhi, like, when the Eagles traded up.
Yeah.
And, like,
that would have been a pretty nice receiving core. DK, Mekhi, and
Calvin Austin.
No. My brain's not working right now. Well, it's freaking 1 a.m. But the Colts receiver.
Oh, Pittman.
Pittman.
Yeah.
Pittman.
It would have been great, but
would have been.
Alas.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
The Chargers take Akeem Mesidor, the edge rusher, opposite of Ruben Bain.
I mean, they needed to fill that Odafe Owe hole. So
they did.
This is exactly what they needed. I would say a triple.
He's a little older, so I'm gonna give it a double. But I like it.
Yeah.
Dallas taking Malachi Lawrence, the edge out of UCF.
I mean, they're still trying to fill that Micah Parsons size gap on that line.
I want to give it a single.
Yeah.
I think it was a reach on their part.
Think so.
They do need edge, but that's a second round player in my opinion. Cleveland drafting Casey Concepcion.
One of the toughest wide receivers, name-wise, to come out of the draft.
Yeah.
Love that.
I agree.
I can't wait to see that on the jersey.
It's a little early, but I think the fact that they still got Denzel Boston in the second round, a little bit better. So I'm going to give it a double.
Yeah, I'll give it a double.
Chicago Bears drafting Dylan Thieneman.
God, I hate that.
I do as well.
Especially after getting rid of Stevenson in the offseason and then just immediately replacing him. Oh, my God.
It upsets me, but we'll move on.
Yeah.
I'll give it.
I'll give it a double.
I'll give it. It probably deserves a triple, but I'll give it a double.
Yeah.
Houston drafting Rutledge, the Georgia Tech lineman.
I mean,
this was really stupid. I think really stupid. I mean, you traded up to draft a lineman that you could have gotten at 28.
Yeah. Like, what was the point in that? There is no point.
And he's not even the best lineman still on the board. Anyway, I'll give it a single.
Single.
Chris Johnson going to Miami, the cornerback. I do like it. I thought it was interesting considering Colton Hood and Jermod McCoy were still on the board, but Jermod fell to fourth round.
Yeah, Jermod would. I mean,
I'll give it a double.
I'll give it a double.
New England Patriots drafting Caleb Lomu.
Yeah, I mean, coming off a Super Bowl appearance,
single.
Just adding to the roster, plug and play guy.
I mean, you already have a tackle. I get he might start on the right for Morgan Moses whenever he decides to hang it up, but you traded up for it. Chiefs drafting Peter Woods at 29, in my opinion, is a home run.
Yeah.
I think
it's a good pick.
Pairing him with Chris Jones is going to be nasty.
Nasty. Might have a second coming of the Chiefs.
Yeah. The Jets taking Omar Cooper.
Is this their third first-round pick?
First-round pick, yes. I think they traded up into the first to get Omar Cooper.
I'd say it's a double.
Yeah, it's a double. It's like the Sadiq pick. Like, I thought they were going to be flipped. Like,
yeah,
Cooper
it's like why, but like, okay.
Yeah, like, I get it, but The Tennessee Titans trading back up into the first round to get Keldrick Falk.
Good. I like that.
He's an interesting guy. But I think if anyone's going to be able to do anything with him, it will be Robert Saleh.
And like the worst team in the league. So he's going to be an immediate impact guy, I think.
Yeah. So we'll give it a triple.
Yeah, triple.
And then 32, Seattle drafting Jadarian Price, the backup to Jeremiah Love at Notre Dame.
Doesn't really make any sense.
I think they should have just waited, drafted a more impact player like Colton Hood or something like that.
Or just, kept your Super Bowl MVP, but whatever.
God forbid you give him money.
Yeah.
I'll give it a single.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a single. Not too much going on there. That is all we have for you folks. Hopefully my phone is still on. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next week. Good night.